I'd usually talk really fast, so I'm gonna try and pace myself. Otherwise, this video is gonna be 30 seconds and I can just put it on YouTube Shorts. Hello, hi, welcome to my channel. That feels very weird to say. I've been wanting to do this for years and I just kept putting it off because fear, basically. So hello, welcome. This is years in the making. Today I'm going to do the Newbie Booktube tag. The Booktube Newbie tag? I think that's right, the Booktube Newbie tag. So I have my questions over here. So if you see me looking in this direction, that is what I'm looking at. Also, I have like a speed round of questions, like get to know me questions for the end, because I felt like it should be a little bit more personal. So yeah, stick around for that if you're interested. Okay, let's get started. So the first question is, why did I start this channel? So the short answer is because it looked like a lot of freaking fun. I saw everyone else putting their videos up. I've been watching YouTube for years, and Booktube specifically for years. And I love watching everyone's videos. I think they're so much fun. And I was just like, I want to do that. But then I kept putting it off. Like, no, you don't have the camera. You don't have the equipment. Da-da-da-da-da. Well, I don't have the camera or the equipment still, but I just decided, why the heck not? I'm not going to let fear keep me from doing it anymore. So here I am. Hello. Maybe this fails horribly. And if it does, who cares? This is going to be fun. And I'm going to make it fun. So that's my mindset going into this. So the next question is, what are some fun and unique things I can bring to this channel? I feel like everyone says this, and this is honestly my answer too, is myself. I feel like Booktube, there's tons of creators, which is great, and everyone has their own unique perspective and personality. And so that's what I'm bringing, is my own personality, my own perspective, my own interests, and hopefully that resonates with you. If so, that's great. If not, that's cool too. There's tons of creators out there, so find whoever resonates with you. The next question is, what am I most excited about for this new channel? So the first thing is making new friends. I think that's gonna be the funnest thing. I hope that I make new friends at least. So that's what I'm most excited for. The next thing I would say is trying new things and learning things. For example, recording myself. I don't do this. I do now apparently, but trying this out. This is kind of fun. Learning to edit would be really cool. Thumbnail, like all of the YouTube stuff is going to be really fun to like try and like learn what works, what I like, all that kind of stuff. And then also exercising my creative muscle. So thinking of new videos, kinds of things you can bring to YouTube. I think that'll be really fun as well. Next question, why do I love reading? So like most people, I just like to get lost in a new world. Also, scaring the crap out of myself. I'm a big horror fan, not movies. I'm way too chicken shit for that. Can I say shit on the internet? Whatever. I'll bleep it out if I can't. But I'm way too scared to watch video or horror movies. So I like to read horror books because I still get that thrill factor of being scared, but I can stop at any moment and it's not as visual, so it doesn't scare me as much. So I do like scaring the crap out of myself. Another reason is because I like reading beautiful words and being moved by people's beautiful words. I'm a big lyric person with songs, so I'm big into songs that have a lot of meaning in their lyrics, really thoughtful words. Singer-songwriters are my favorite. It's usually a lot of sad music. I'm a Pisces, so makes sense. The next question is, when did you start reading? So I can't remember exactly when I started reading, but my mom is a librarian, or she's retired now, but she was a librarian. So she was always bringing home books, books for us to read, for her to read to us. She'd always be bringing us to events at the library. So my childhood was surrounded by reading. And as I got older, I actually got a job at the library. So from 14 to 18, I worked at the library. So again, surrounded by books, constantly taking them out, reading them, returning. So I'm a big pro library person. That's where I get most of my books as well, now even. So I've been reading as long as I can remember. And my mom's always just instilled that in us. As I got older and life got in the way, I kind of like fell off of reading. But through COVID, with all the extra time on my hands, I fell back in love with reading. And since then, it's kind of just been an obsession up until this point. So that's kind of my journey through reading. Next question is, what book or series got you into reading? So for me, I don't know specifically, but I feel like it was probably Twilight. I think that I was involved in that craze. I was definitely a Team Edward, but I recently rewatched all of the movies with my sister and my best friend. We did a movie marathon. It was really fun. And I think that I am now a Team Jacob, but I don't know. I'm kind of just like, I'm a Team Bella, honestly. Anyways, the next question is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? And the first question I would ask them is, can we be friends? That would be amazing. The next question I would ask them is, how do you find time if you're a full-time, and if you work full-time, how do you find time to read more books? Because I read about 70 books a year, which is a lot for me. I work full-time as well. But I see some people reading 150, 200. I would love to read that many books in a year, and just like tips on how to increase your reading, I guess, is my question that I would have. Okay, the next question is, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? And I think for me personally, I'm a perfectionist, and so I feel like it'll be hard for me to do these kinds of things and not do them perfectly, because I can't do them perfectly, because I mean, I'm just starting out, and second, like, perfection is just unattainable. So just having that expectation for myself that like, this is fun and you don't have to be perfect, you don't have to do it right, and we're just gonna do it our way, like keeping that mindset as I continue on, I think is important. I think another challenge is like not putting too much pressure on myself. I really love reading and it's a pleasure for me, and I just don't want to lose that pleasure with the pressure I'm putting on myself to make videos. I want this to still be fun and enjoyable, and I don't want it to like feel like a chore, if that makes sense. So the next question is, where do I read? So I'm a pretty typical reader. I'll read in bed, I'll read on the couch, but my favorite place to read is when it's really nice outside. I have a hammock in my backyard, so I like to lay in the hammock with my pillow and my blanket and have my dog running around. Oh, by the way, if you're a dog person, I have a dog named Henry. He's 2.5 years old. He's the best. I'll insert a picture if I can figure out how to do that here, or maybe here somewhere. But yeah, he's like my little angel. I love him. He's a border collie golden retriever, and he's literally my best friend. So the next question is, what kind of books do you like to read? So my main genre is horror. That's like my bread and butter. That's what I love to read. It's so weird and scary, and it can get into like fantasy sometimes. I love it. The other genres I read a lot of are like mystery thriller, obviously. I read a lot of nonfiction, so like mostly memoirs and like self-help. And I know self-help gets a bad rap, which is fine. I like it because it just makes me feel good. Like, it makes me feel motivated. And with self-help, I don't usually go into it being like, I'm going to be a new person after this book. Although some books, I will say, have changed my life. But most of the time I'm just like, this will give me an extra little boost to accomplish whatever I'm looking to accomplish. I also dabble in like fantasy, sci-fi, a little romance, and I'm really open to like exploring those genres more. I think that's a big like opportunity for me to find what I like and don't like of those genres. So that's something else that I'm kind of excited about. So yeah, those are the books that I usually read. Okay, so now is a speed round. So these will just be like quick little, I don't know what that is, little questions that I'll answer really quickly. So the first one I have is, how old are you? I am 28 years old. I will be 29 next month. So my birthday's in March and I'm turning 29. The next question is, where do I live? I live in Canada. I'm a Canadian. I live in Ontario, Southern Ontario specifically. So yeah, that's where I live. I'm a vegetarian. I was vegan for about 2 years, and for the last 4 years I've been vegetarian. My partner, so I guess that's my next question, is, are you in a relationship? Yes, I have a boyfriend. I've been with him for 4.5 years. He is vegan and he's been vegan our entire relationship basically. Love him dearly. He is my rock. He's my best friend. His name's Steven. He's the best. Shout out to you, Steven. I'm sure you're watching, which is, oh, it's making me embarrassed now, so I'm gonna stop talking about it. I also have an amazing sister. Her name's Kate. She actually helped me with my banner for YouTube. I love her so much. She is my younger sister, my baby. Yeah, she's the best. My big three. So if you're into astrology, like I am, I don't know that much about it, just a little bit. But here's my big three. So my sun, I'm a Pisces sun, I'm an Aries moon, and I'm a Cancer rising. So if you know anything about astrology, you'll know that this little world up here can be a little chaotic, but it has some good times. It makes for some good vibes. What do I do for a living? So I'm actually a product manager at a tech company. It's a lot of fun. I've been there for 5 years. And it's a great job. I love the people I work with, and it's really fun. And then some other hobbies. So I just thought it'd be fun to talk about other things I'm into. Obviously reading is a big one. That's what this channel is going to be about. But I also really like board games and cozy games like cozy PC or Switch games. If you have any fun cozy games you want to recommend, please leave a comment because I'm always open to more of those recommendations. I like painting, but specifically painting by number because I'm not a super creative person. So I like the act of painting, but I want someone else to figure out the artistic part of it, if that makes sense. So yeah, that is it for today. I really appreciate whoever has stayed tuned to the end. I'm really excited to get some more videos out there. I think my next video is going to be my February TBR, so I'm hoping to film and edit that shortly. So stay tuned if you're interested. More videos to come. Bye.